Hello! I'm Lee.
I'm Stuart.
I'm Paul.
I'm Stephen.
I'm Roger.
Welcome to our podcast. We'll be doing these every week for the next 13 weeks. This is our chance to say hello to the world.
Hello, world.
Hello.
Hi. You know it.
This week's podcast is brought to you by the song Two Minds.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Like Sesame Street.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah?
Okay.
Right.
This segment of the podcast is called Doing It, and we are going to show you a live performance of us playing what we're doing?
Two Minds.
Two Minds. Enjoy.
We're the Sons. We're going to do a little set for you, and then another little one, and another little one. This song is called Two Minds. Good luck, everyone. May the force be with you. 1, 2, 3. For the first time in a long time, I'm in two minds. Well, at least I guess two minds is better than none. For a long time I was tired, but now I feel fine. Is this the one I can rely upon? Is this the one I can rely upon? Is this the one? Sure, while I'm changing, and I hope this changes twice as good as the rest. And I hope it's worth my time spent rearranging. Find the one I can rely upon. Find the one I can rely upon. Find the one. Time in a long time, I'm in two minds. My doctor tells me I'm expecting a third, and he fixes me a stare that's both wise and kind. Find the one you can rely upon. Erase the ones you can't rely upon. Find the one you got to see like you need. See it like you need me. See it like you need me. See it like you need me. Terry trips off with the dawning. I've thought this formulated since morning. He will not be tired, he will not be closed down. Are those who wish to push him down again? Radio informs us of a sunny day. Clouds he muses must be in his mind. Maybe she will come along and softly say, you can't get something back, boy, that you never had. You can't get something back, boy, that you sing it like you mean it. 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 Terry gazes through the buildings as the gaps across the township get filled in. As in his geography he turns around, swore he would not let it come to this. Radio informs us of a sunny day. Clouds and muses must be in his mind. She will come along and softly say, you can't get something back, boy, that you never had. You can't get something back, boy, that you never your face again. It would be so strange to see your face again. It would be so strange to see your face again. Thank you.
That's the sort of thing, yeah. That's the sort of thing.
So, hello everybody, welcome back. This section of the podcast is called Sun's Time Machine, and it's showing footage from our extensive archives. This week, Roger directs us around Italy.
Time machine.
Watching you read it, gently touching my own self. I'm not happy that's on video, thanks.
Gently touching my own self.
Go on, Roger, I'll capture you going and finding out about the gig.
No way, man, this is cool stuff. I'm doing this rubbish. Oh, that banana on his slip.
Stay to this.
Come on, man, because we've got to check into YHA before our past 6.
Bomber pilot, bitch.
Here we are. See if the best minds of their generation can get this sorted, Amy.
I just bottled it already, look.
Yeah.
Why?
No, it said get to the venue at 4. I couldn't have just made that up in my head.
You should.
Idiots! No, shut up.
Roger.
Makes my blood boil. We should just leave you here.
No, hang on. This is
Yes,
really
you're in
worrying
trouble.
me. No, this is worrying me because I read and it said get there for 4.
Let's go to the hospital.
No, it says here somewhere. Hang on. And also, there is another sheet then, because also somebody was saying, oh, there's no thing about when we've got to be there or anything. It says sound check 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in black and white.
I think you're looking at tomorrow's, Roger.
I think you might be right.
Because I think tomorrow's is... The top one on here is...
That's
this
what I'm
is...
reading.
Tomorrow's getting at 8:30.
Right, well this is tomorrow's, because this is our seto. When's it? It didn't even say get in
Come
at 4 o'clock
We've
on
got
here.
7.5 miles to go. But that, I don't understand, because I read it in black and white.
Somebody want to explain what's happened? Yeah, Rod, do you want to explain what's happened? Go on, just for the record.
We have just got to the venue, our first venue of the tour, and we were concerned because apparently someone said that you have to get in at 4.
Yeah, someone told me that as well, so I kept saying, right,
You had your chance to explain.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up, you
Hi, this section of the podcast is called Why Did You Do It? And it is the songwriter Paul Heron, to my right, your left, talking about the song and what it's all about.
See ya.
Is it about 2 miles?
Why did you do it?
Hiya. So this bit of the podcast is Why Did You Do It? Which is the most uncomfortable bit, really, I suppose, with 4 of your bandmates listening to you while you wrote a song.
We're not listening.
What are you doing? Just staring.
Contemplating.
So I'll try and keep it brief, because there's a lot can be said for Two Minds. The reason that I wrote the first bit, I had the initial idea of For the first time in a long time, I'm in two minds. That was the beginning of the song. And I had this kind of a rough idea to do something a little bit similar to Band on the Run. You know, how with that kind of song with sections. So I thought to start with, it'd be nice to have sections to the song. So I just thought it'd be interesting to try and get other numbers in the first bit. So you got at least two minds is better than one. The doctor tells me I'm expecting a third. For the fourth time in a short while, I'm changing. So I thought that was nice to get the 1, 2, 3, and the 1, 2, 3, and the 1, 2, 3, and the 4, and the 4, and the 1, 2, 3, and the 4 in there. And then you had to say it like you mean it, which is nothing. It's just a bridge, really, isn't it? And then the chorus itself was slightly autobiographical about a lady who I was aware of at the time, and it was kind of a bit about that. But I liked the use of the character of Terry. I thought I wanted to pick a good English name, so I used Terry. And it's interesting because I think it's interesting. The line about Terry gazes through the buildings as the gaps across the township get filled in. There was a particular route that I used to take around town, and this girl that I'm talking about, I could always see her flat, and it really wound me up. So that's where that line came from. If you're watching and you know who you are, I apologise for putting this in, but you know, it's your own fault.
See, a lot of the music was kind of ad-libbed during the tour, really, wasn't it? I think we had a rough idea and we just kept playing it until by the end of the tour we kind of knew how it might go. I'm sure at one point it was...
That's not my recollection.
Is it not?
I would just like to point out that's not my recollection. However, I don't have much recollection of it. So
well, I do remember on one of the gigs where you said, so what do you think of that song? Do you think we should change any bits? And someone shouted you should add some toms at that section at the beginning. So I did.
Right.
So that was my idea.
Cool.
Why did we leave the end off? The studio version?
We left the studio version goes back into a big kind of fast thing similar to the beat of the verse. We left it off because it just didn't work. There wasn't enough going on. There was some rough ideas to put brass on.
On the single version, you mean?
No, on the album version.
No, the album version.
Oh, right.
Both versions. We've got a single version, which is the shortest, album version, which is a bit longer. Which actually, I was thinking yesterday that even the album version's too long, because I think it worked as a whole piece with the fast bit at the very, very end, which we got rid of, but now it just kind of seems tagged on. I think, personally, if we did that song again, we might contemplate a different way of doing it. It's too late now, though.
I like it as a ease into the album.
Yeah.
And the bass was there because Lee likes Fatboy Slim.
Really?
The bass line is
I let him.
bass line is completely stolen off Praise You.
No, it's not. Fraser goes. Do, 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 do,
Oh, like at the end of Too Much.
Right.
do, 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 do. And mine goes. Do, 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 do.
There we are, conclusive proof.
Hi everybody, welcome back. This section is called Celebrities Talk to the Suns, and it is where one of us will ring one of our many celebrity friends and talk to them about all manner of things.
Something on your face.
Something on my face.
Celebrities speak to the Suns!
Okay then, it's Paul here from the Suns, obviously. This week what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my good friend Noel Gallagher a call and see how he's getting on. Right, let's just find his number. Come on, pick up.
Hello?
Hello, is that Noel?
Yes, it is.
Alright, good. Noel, how are you getting on?
Very well. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. I know you're expecting a call, so I'll crack into it. You know, Prime Words Committee, the Suns album, I believe that's your favourite album of the year, is that correct?
Absolutely.
Good, well, I know that Prime Words Committee, or PWC as we call it sometimes, it's like you've said, your favourite album, but...
Told you it was going to be great, didn't I? Didn't I say?
You did, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the backing. I bet it's the main album being played on your tour bus, is it?
Just assuming that now, aren't you?
Well, I suppose I am, but, just heard you really like it. Anyway, these days, speaking about the album, it's all about MP3s and all that kind of stuff, isn't it, But,
Yeah, man.
you know, we spent a lot of time on the artwork. What do you think of the artwork to the album?
The imagery,
Yeah.
fascinating to me.
Okay, well that's good. We like it a lot. Anyway, a little bit about your background, I suppose. Now, if that's all right. So, you know when you were pushed off the stage a while ago when you were playing, we all saw that on YouTube. That was horrible back with the band. But, did you hear the rumours about when you were pushed off and there was rumours that you lost your penis?
I've actually got one.
It makes me all feel nervous talking about that. You know, makes me want to reach down and just check that mine's still there.
I'm sure you're feeling it now.
Well, I mean, one of the reasons that I've steered the conversation in this direction is of course it's today, as we're recording this conversation, is National Toilet Time Awareness Day. So Noel, are you one of these people that looks at their poo, you know, analyses it, looks to see if it's healthy?
Well, I don't know. I've never sat down and analysed my.
Me neither, actually. As long as enough comes out at the end of every day or the beginning.
You know, I've got a backlog.
Oh, have you? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing worse than being bunged up and actually not being able to go. It makes you want to tear your hair out if you can't actually go.
It makes me want to tear your hair out.
Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, with this analysing stuff, you've got to know what you're doing. It'd be hard to understand that your poo's, like, if it's different colours, your different textures, whether it's healthy or not.
I don't know. I think the more that you analyse stuff, like what you do, the closer you get to an understanding of it. And if you understand it, how boring is that?
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, you got any decent nicknames for, you know, going for a number 2?
The Kaiser Chiefs.
Good one.
Right, that's enough of that. Join us next week, folks, when we'll hear the conclusion of that interview and really find out if Noel's got his bowel problem sorted, and also his strange fetish for Doctor Who actors in his basement. You better believe it. See you next week.
This part of the Codpast, as I like to call the podcast, is called Sun's Question Time, where we like to answer some of your questions. Maybe we'll tell the truth, maybe we won't.
Ask the Suns, ask the Suns, ask the Suns, ask the Suns, ask the Suns.
Okay, we're going to pick a question at random from the memorial question jug that we always pick our questions out of. So here's one. And this week it's from a Sean Durney of Crosby, Liverpool, and he asks, where did the Suns get their name from? Roger.
Okay, the Suns got their name from a collection of short stories by Franz Kafka called The Suns, and one of these stories in there is called Letter to His Father, which is kind of a merge between fiction and reality, which is what we felt that our music provided. So we decided to call the band The Suns.
I would disagree with that.
Okay.
I think the reason that we are called the Suns is that at the time that the band got together, there was a distinct lack of the bands. There was no bands with the in the title, and we thought, what links us all together? We all have mums and we're all blokes, so we called ourselves the Suns, S-O-N-S.
Sorry to blame Stephen, but to my recollection, back in 2003, I think, we had a manager called Sean Durney, up in the north east, and he gave us a list of potential band names, and it was kind of the only one we didn't hate that was on the list, the Suns, so that's what we chose.
Do you remember any others off the list?
Inconclusive. You choose.
Competition time, competition time, competition time.
Who's telling the truth? Is it
A. Franz Kafka.
Is it B. lack of the band?
Or C. a manager's suggestion?
If you want to post up on Facebook or Twitter or any of that rubbish and give us your answers, and you will win a Suns t-shirt. Like this one, modelled by our wall.
Not you will win. You might win.
Just to be clear, only one person will win,
Yeah.
and they cannot be a member of our family. Rules do apply. Terms and conditions available on request. Question Time is a weekly feature on our podcast, so to ask us a question, ask us through either Facebook or Twitter, and you may get your question answered by the Suns.
Hello everyone, this section of the podcast is called How Do You Do It?
How do you do it? How do you do it?
In which we will be talking about and showing you how to play the songs, chords, where our fingers are, etc. Hope you enjoy it.
Hello everybody. So this is my part on Two Minds. This is a artisan lap steel guitar. £109 from Folds, Derby. Phone number available, Yellow Pages. I've got it through this Behringer volume pedal into this Music Man amp. Behringer volume pedal, absolutely rubbish. Behringer, rubbish. So basically what I've got this tuned to open E, and because the chords are relatively straightforward, I can really just slide it wherever I want. And I use the volume pedal to pick up the note and try and make it sound a little bit like a pedal steel guitar. So I hit the note and then move the pedal up and just slide with my fingers behind it, deadening the strings to wherever I want to go, like this. Hello everybody, thanks for bearing with us. The next section is called Behind the Magic, where our bearded friends from Snug Recording Company,
Agard Street, Derby.
Agard Street, Derby, phone number
DE1.
Will explain how the magic of our recordings occurred. Thankfully.
It is recurring magic.
Yeah.
Behind the magic. Behind the magic.
So what do you want? You just want an introduction?
Just an introduction, say, you know, who you are and
okay,
where we are, and yeah.
Hi, we're Rob and Rich from Snug Recording Studio.
Brilliant!
What's going on already?
Hi, we're Rob and Rich. That's
Yeah, it's words. Yeah.
This is all going on there.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Hello, Suns fans. This is Rob and Rich from Snug Recording Studios, where the album was recorded. And we're going to take you through a few bits that were fun.
Yeah.
This week we're going to have a look at Two Minds.
Right, what was that? What was the blitz? Was that from you, wasn't it? I think you brought those in, yeah. And I remember I think you brought in a wrong one first.
Right.
That wasn't the sound you wanted or something. It's not particularly interesting. But
Is it MIDI?
It's a comment. No, that's audio.
I have no idea where this came from.
Yeah, I think we tried to recreate it in the studio and spent an inordinate amount of time trying to work on getting this sound.
And do we just use the one that?
And in the end,
I brought in?
in the end, I think you said no. The one I've got at home is the one I want, and then you just brought that in.
Alright, cool.
I guess two minds is better than none. For a long time I was tired, but now I feel fine.
Any comment you
Good,
want to
good,
make?
good sounding vocal.
It is a good sounding vocal, yeah. He did well on this one, I think. We ended up,
I remember trying on it.
yeah, right, okay, yeah. Well, it's funny because I mean, like all the ones that you didn't try on didn't come out so well, did
Yeah,
they?
that's right, yeah.
Whereas this one that you did try on worked out a lot better. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think people will understand that technical language you're using there.
No,
You're
yeah.
trying to dumb it down.
Okay, right, okay.
Are there any interesting?
I like the fact that track is right after a track called Shit Acoustic.
Alright, yeah.
Shit acoustic?
Yeah, let's have a listen to what shit
Yeah,
acoustic
yeah.
is.
Be interesting.
It only plays right at the end.
Is that your crappy acoustic?
That acoustic guitar that I bought for £3.
That's right, yeah.
This is good.
That'd be why. I've got a couple of extra little Paul
Yeah,
bits
let's
there as
listen
well.
to it.
There's a few things like this that end up in the album, aren't there?
Yeah.
Hold the press.
Yeah. And the next one.
Quality, and there's another one coming
Your
up.
nipple press. I believe it's shit the bed next.
Yeah, shit the bed. Yeah, that's on the album. Listen out for it. Yeah, this is the original Two Minds mix.
We haven't got this on the website, have we?
Until around a month before the album was sort of finally mixed, this was the version. So far so good. Nothing crazy about this. Sounds pretty much like the other one.
I do this live.
Right. So if there was ever an incentive to see the Suns live, it would be to see that vocal
I still think
performed
that should be
live.
on the final thing.
Hello, welcome back. This section of the podcast is called Watch with the Suns. It isn't, is it?
No.
Sun
No,
Story
Sun
Time.
Story Time.
In which we'll be talking to you about different things that have happened to us over the years, because we've been together so long. We have numerous stories for you.
I've only been in the band 6 months.
Yeah.
You've been long time,
Most of the
Roger. You've
stories-
been in band long time.
Most of the stories are actually about Roger.
Sun Story Time.
Hi, welcome to Sun Story Time. This week we will be discussing
Fear.
Bunk beds.
So, Lee, why are you afraid of bunk beds?
my irrational
Bunk
fear.
bed. Tell us.
I will. My irrational fear of bunk beds all stems not only from childhood, where I didn't like top bunks. They're kind of a little bit too high. I don't know about you guys.
I used to love them.
No? Okay.
Bunk beds are available in different heights.
Now I
Yeah,
also
and
have
shops.
a fear of bottom bunks also. Bottom bunk sounds a bit rude, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Used to get on your birthday, didn't you?
I did a bottom bunk this morning.
Anyhow, all stems from a while ago when we used to play regular gigs down in the south of France, Nice specifically, and
In fact,
Only.
solely in Nice, and because we played there a week, we had a band accommodation which was located right next to the venue.
It should have been banned, shouldn't it?
And one year we turned up and they said, "Oh, we've renovated the apartment, guys," and we were like, "Ooh, it's going to be better." When in fact all they'd done is took bunk beds upstairs,
Bunk beds.
and cleared the bottom room and
Bunk
painted
bed.
the floor, and it was horrible. So we all had to sleep together now, whereas the beds used to be separate. And what they'd done, they had a original bunk bed, and they then coupled that with a new child's bunk bed. Anyhow, so we drew straws. I hate top bunks anyway, so I wanted a bottom bunk, and I ended up on the child's bunk bed. Unfortunately, the guy who drew the lot for the top bunk was a 7-foot giant called Rich G, who was drumming with us at the time. Anyhow, first evening we settled down. We've played our gig. We've had a few drinks. We've settled down. Rich has decided to smoke one of his fragrant cigarettes with his headphones on.
Listening to Eminem was that bit?
yeah.
First or second album, I think.
Oh, I thought it was Snoop. Oh, Snoop Dogg. I thought it was.
Yeah, probably both.
Okay. Anyhow, an hour passes. I've drifted off into sleep, only to be awakened by a slat from the upper bunk, smacking me in the leg, followed by another slat smacking me in the ribs. Seconds later, by all the slats giving way, and a mattress
tumbling down on top of me.
With a man on it.
With a man on it.
It's probably worth you taking over the story now from another perspective.
You were
I had
parallel.
the top bunk, I was parallel, yeah. And sleeping next to Rich was horrible anyway, as Lee said, because I used to, we always used to fear for our lives, because he'd have his fragrant cigarette and his M&M on, and that was his way of going to sleep. I didn't think we'd wake up. But I remember just hearing this slat crack, as Lee said, and just kind of opening my eyes, and in the kind of half light, just seeing Rich there asleep. And he was there 1 second, and then the next second he wasn't there, he just disappeared to the shout. He woke himself up as he fell through, and he just shouted, "What are you saying?" which was his catchphrase, and he disappeared. It was scary. We thought Lee might be dead.
I wasn't dead.
He wasn't.
I wasn't dead, but there was no way on earth I was ever getting in a bottom bunk ever again, especially a child's bunk. Join us next week for more riveting stories. No, things ain't coming back.
Maybe we should beat that up as well.
I should do.
Okay, thanks for
Your lips.
Okay, folks, thanks for persevering through to the end, and those who didn't persevere at the end. Anyway, it's been good to bring this to you, and I have to say goodbye now. Sorry, bye.
See you next week.
Bye, everybody.
See you next time.
It's goodbye
everybody.
from
it's goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye
And
from
him.
you.
And it's au revoir from her.
It's up nose
from that.
Yeah.